At Amazon, we are committed to helping customers find the right products because we want them to love their purchases. And usually they do. But sometimes, like any retailer, customers want to return products. And we view these customer returns as a powerful tool to bring in more customers and to empower them to shop with confidence. And for our sellers, these returns provide actionable insights to enhance product quality and drive profitability. Before I jump into this session, I'd like to invite upon my co-speakers. The three of us would be taking you through 3 tools today that you can leverage to reduce returns and turn returns into valuable insights and opportunities for your business. My name is Rajni Chada. I have been working on sustainability initiatives for the past 14 years of my career across different industries. I have been with Amazon for about 5 years now, wherein I have focused on developing and building the product lifecycle support program that's geared towards helping customers with the products they purchase and also preventing returns as much as possible. I'll hand it over to Stephen.
Thanks, Rajni. Yeah. My name is Stephen Benedict. I'm a principal PMT at Amazon. I've been at Amazon for about 4 years. And during that time, I've focused extensively on using AI and ML to create the best shopping experiences for sellers and for customers through insights and recommendations.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yuki Seki. I'm a senior product manager here at Amazon and been at Amazon for about 9 years, a little over 9 years. And for the past several years, I've been focusing on building products that connect the customer voice to the seller to enable a trustworthy shopping experience.
Thank you. Okay, so for today's agenda, we will be talking about 3 Amazon return tools. I will be kicking off with diving deeper into the product lifecycle support program, followed by Stephen, who would be talking about the FBA returns page. And finally, Yuki would be diving deeper into the Voice of Customer dashboard. Before I jump right into the first segment, I'd like to take a moment to request all of you to take out your phones and scan the QR code that you can see on the screens behind me. You can use this QR code to essentially submit any questions you have throughout the session for the 3 of us here. I'm going to give it maybe a little more than a minute as I see folks trickling in. Okay, while we wait for everyone to settle in a little, I'd love to learn from you with a show of hands maybe. How many of you have heard of product lifecycle support before you came into this conference? So if you came to our booth yesterday, that's not counted. Lovely. Not many of you, so you're in the right spot today. So let's dive right in. Product lifecycle support. This is a program through which we offer customers product support from the time a customer purchases an item up to 2 years after the product has been purchased. We help them with how to set up a product that has been purchased or how to use the product, or even how to troubleshoot a product that they are unable to use. And by solving these product issues, we essentially prevent returns. And not only do we help prevent returns, but we help the planet by extending the life of products that are sold on Amazon. And depending on the product, we offer various support options that you can see up here on the screen. These options are available to customers through their Your Orders page, and I will go into that just in a moment. But before that, let's talk about some of the options that are available to our customers that you can enroll into through the Product Lifecycle Support Program. Now, through manufacturer support, which is the first option that you see up there, customers can access contact details, your contact details. Should they need any product help, they can reach out to you directly and get the help they need to use the product for longer. The second option is video support. Through this option, customers can access simple videos that they can watch and follow along and pretty much help themselves in solving the product issue, potentially preventing a return. The third option is also an option that is accessible for customers to help themselves by following simple step-by-step instructions that they can read through and help fix their product issues. The warranty repair program is currently available in the EU, wherein we facilitate the manufacturer's warranty, where the customer has the option to print a shipping label, paste it on the item, and send it for repair to a registered repair vendor. I'm sure you're thinking when that's coming to the US, so we're working very shortly to bring it into the US market as well. And lastly, customers can also talk or chat with an Amazon customer support agent through the call or message us options. Now, as I mentioned, all of these options for eligible items can be accessed by the customer through their Your Orders page. This is the first way in which customers can reach the PLS page. Through the Your Orders, they scroll through, find the item that they need help with, and as you can see up there, there's a Get Product Support button, which they can click on, which takes them to all the available support options that they can potentially leverage. Now, this is a way we empower customers who are looking for product help to get the help they need and use the product. Now, there is a second way in which customers can also avail PLS options, and this is geared towards customers who have already made up their mind to return the item. So let's take a look at that. Now, through the Your Orders page, the customer can find the item that they are potentially looking to return. Scrolling down, they click on Return or Replace Item. They type in, I'm pretty sure you've seen this before, a reason code. And let's say in this example, the customer is trying to return the item because they think that it is defective. And once they do that, we surface the available support options proactively to the customer. Now, this enables the customer to seek the help that they were not aware of and potentially use some of these options, which can, again, prevent returns downstream. As you all know, we are a customer-obsessed company. So we've gone out there, spoken to a lot of our customers, and surveyed them. And one of the questions we have asked them consistently is, who do you want to get product help from? and majority of our customers prefer support that is offered by you, not from Amazon. Which is why we encourage you to enroll your products into this program to help customers solve product issues. There are 4 key benefits of enrolling your products into this program. Okay. Firstly, by enrolling support into PLS, not only are you helping customers to keep the products and prevent returns, but you're helping the planet by extending the life of the product usage. Secondly, this improves customer satisfaction. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking about the numbers. What's the impact this is going to have? On average, for products that are enrolled into PLS, and once customers use these support options, we have seen about 55% reduction return prevention rates. And the best of all, there's no participation fee. It's absolutely free for you to enroll support into this program. In the last year alone, we have worked with over 400,000 brands to provide customers support through PLS. And together, we have supported over 19 million customers, and we have prevented over 10.5 million products from being returned. These are some huge numbers. And we have only been able to achieve this through the partnership with our selling partners. So I really encourage you again to take the opportunity to come find us, learn more about PLS, and enroll into the program to help customers. This is one of my favorite anecdotes from one of our sellers who sells wellness products on Amazon. They enrolled with us last year, and since then, they have seen not only a significant return reduction rate, but they have claimed that because of the improved customer satisfaction, they have also seen their sales double after they have enrolled into the program. So in general, we've seen a lot of positive sentiment from the more than 400,000 brands that we work with today. In summary, if this is something that's exciting, if you're looking for ways to proactively help customers, which can potentially reduce the returns downstream, and not only reduce returns, right? We are looking at extending the life of products from a sustainability point of view. I encourage you to find the product lifecycle support page on Seller Central. You can pretty much search for it and find the help pages, find our landing page that you see up there on the screen, and there are self-service, step-by-step instructions on how you can enroll products into the program. And with that, I will hand it over to Stephen to take us through the next chapter of this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajni. When engaging with sellers and gathering seller feedback, there are 3 recurring questions that sellers want answers to. And we hear these questions time and time again. Number 1, what are the return rates for my products? Number 2, why are customers returning my products? And number 3, how can I reduce the return rates for my products? Well, the FBA returns page on Seller Central helps you answer these questions. It provides a single destination for you to manage your FBA returns, gain insights into customer return reasons, and discover opportunities to reduce return rates. Our vision for this tool is to empower selling partners to deliver their best and increase both customer and seller confidence at every step of the shopping journey. First, we want to show you how easy it is to access this information. And there are two paths on Seller Central for you to do so. The first is through the inventory menu in the FBA dashboard navigation, as shown on the screen here. And the second path is through the returns card on FBA dashboard. And this is actually an added benefit, because as you can see, with this card on the dashboard, we're providing a easy to use at a glance snapshot of key return insights and information, top returned ASINs, units, and return rates. And then through that link in the card, you can go to the FBA returns page and dive deeper and learn more. When you visit the FBA returns page, the Return Insights dashboard is displayed. And we have a sort of high-level screenshot here at a glance. As I sort of talk through the capabilities of the page, we're going to zoom into some specific areas and talk in a little bit more detail about the various metrics and insights and data on the page. But at a high level, this dashboard helps you understand the reasons for customer returns, identify return trends over time, and discover opportunities to reduce return rates. You can also filter ASIN level views of returns information. While we do provide an overarching, holistic view of that information, you do have the ability to filter and slice and dice across different time periods, across different marketplaces, across different product groups. You can also access the return orders dashboard, which provides a more granular ASIN level view of returns information, which I'll talk a bit more about in the next slide. You can also access seller fulfilled returns management, customer return reports, and your FBA settings. The return orders dashboard, which I mentioned earlier, provides ASIN level details of all of your returns and is also available on the FBA returns page. This information includes customer return reason, return authorization date, customer refund date, unit received date, disposition, and return status. So as you can see, we start with giving you that high level, that overarching view of all of your returns at a glance, and then through the capabilities on the page, opportunities to learn more, to dive deeper, and to really get a sense and understand what are the reasons and what are the causes that are leading to the returns that we're seeing. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's take a look a bit closer at how the FBA returns page helps you answer the questions that we surfaced earlier. First, to help you understand the return rates for your products, the page displays the overall return rate, and the data shown in this section, it automatically adjusts based on the filter settings that you select using those drop-down menus and filters that we talked about in the previous slide. We also show the return rate trend over time, to be able to look at seasonality, look at the impact of changes that you may have made to your products or to your selection over time. And we have this chart, this graph, that shows not just the return rates, but also that returns performance relative to units ordered and units returned. We also display the return rate by customer reason code to be able to get a better sense of what specific reasons are customers specifying when they initiate the returns of your products, and how is that how is a mix of those return reasons contributing to your overall return rate. We also display the return rate at the ASIN level, so not just that high-level view, but looking at each specific ASIN that you're selling or making available to customers, what is that return rate for each specific ASIN that you're making available? And finally, we also display the return rate for high return rate fee. And just want to sort of take a minute to sort of go into a little bit more detail about that. To briefly describe this metric a bit more, on June 1st, a returns processing fee went into effect for all products except apparel and shoes with a high return rate by category to address the operational costs of returns and to reduce waste. With the first fee charges beginning this month, the Return Insights dashboard is a valuable tool to help you limit your risk of incurring this fee. It displays the fee category that your product belongs to and the applicable return rate threshold. The top reasons for your customer returns, which we touched on a little bit earlier, so that you can take actions to address them and potentially reduce return rates. We also display historical and month-over-month return rate, trends compared against the applicable return rate threshold, and finally, the number of returned units, the return rate percentages used to calculate the fee, and the number of returned units above the threshold for which fees are charged. Next, to help you understand why customers are returning your products, the page displays the top returned ASINs for each reason. So as you can see, providing the capabilities for you to slice and dice your returns data across different dimensions, across different variables to help broaden and sort of deepen that insight. A pie chart with overall top return reasons, providing that easy to use at a glance view of the contribution of different return reasons to your overall return rate. The top customer reason selected during the time period, and a large language model generated set of top root causes for each returned ASIN. As you know, customers have the ability to enter comments for returns that are initiated. So through the power of AI and ML, we're making it easier for you to sort of synthesize and get an overarching view of what are the top factors, the top reasons that are coming through in those customer comments through the power of large language models. So then you can use that through the other capabilities on the page to dive deeper and understand more. For even greater detail along those lines, you can display a side panel with even more detailed ASIN level information in terms of the factors that are driving returns. This includes ASIN level trends over time. So again, we can start high level using the graph and the trend line that we showed earlier. You can also view that trend line on an ASIN level per ASIN detail. We also display the historical fee information. So as based on your returns performance, as your if any fees are, like say, maybe incurred during the course of the year, you can see how your ASINs have performed or trended from a historical perspective in terms of that fee performance. And then also ASIN level information and views of customer return reasons. Finally, in addition to helping you understand which products customers are returning and why, we also provide you with recommended actions that you can take to help reduce returns. Again, using the power of large language models to evaluate ASIN level return information, we are providing you with recommended actions that you can take to address the top root causes for returns that we've identified for each ASIN. So this is a recent feature that we've rolled out. So we're really excited to sort of get this in front of sellers and get feedback from sellers how we can continue to improve that performance. So in summary, you can visit the FBA returns page today to understand your returns, gain insights into your returns, and identify actions that you can take to help impact your return rate. Next up is Yuki Seki, who will talk about the voice of the customer.
Perfect. Thank you, Stephen. Hi, everyone. My name is Yuki Seki, and I'll be covering how to use the Voice of the Customer dashboard, or VOC for short, to help analyze customer feedback and improve customer sentiment. So what is the voice of the customer? VOC is a mechanism that enables you to listen to customers and make improvements based on their feedback. There are 4 main components to VOC. First, you gather customer feedback through return comments, public reviews, customer service contacts. Then you analyze this feedback to surface overarching trends and insights on your products that customers say. You take actions based on this feedback you gain from the customers. And lastly, you continue to monitor your metrics and your customer feedback to ensure that the actions you're taking are leading to improvements in customer sentiment. Today, the VOC dashboard provides tools for you to enable this continuous cycle of improvement. For example, if a customer feedback mentions that the product is too small, VOC will collect this customer feedback from multiple sources, from returns comments, public reviews, customer service contacts, then summarize them into overarching themes like too small around the waist. Based on these overarching trends, we'll then provide you with some recommendations on how to address these issues, such as maybe updating your size chart or editing your listing. As you take these actions, your customer concerns will be met, and we'll continue to monitor these customer feedback to make sure that your return metrics are improving and to ensure that your customer needs are being met. So let's review how to navigate the dashboard on Seller Central. You can find Voice of the Customer dashboard in Seller Central by looking at the menu icon on the top left. You'll hover over the Performance tab, and you'll click on Voice of the Customer. Once you click this button, you'll be routed to the VOC landing page. On the VOC landing page, you'll see 2 sections. On the top of the page, you'll see a summary of your listings broken down by customer experience health. You can click on any of these groupings, ranging from very poor to excellent, to filter out your listings. You can also use the search bar to look up specific listings that you have, or apply other filters like fulfillment channel. You can also click the Download Data button to download the list of your listings so that you can review them offline as well. If you're an apparel and shoes brand, you'll also have access to the Fit Insights tool on the top left. To learn more about this tool, there is a pre-recorded session called Alleviate Fit Anxiety that you can view to learn more about fit. The second portion of the page surfaces all of your listings. Here, you have data points like the number of orders, the number of negative customer experiences we've detected, the return rate, the star rating, the top reason for negative customer experience, and the CX health rating. In the action column on the right, you'll be able to see if your listing is frequently returned by customers through the high return rate icon. Lastly, in the action column, you can click See Details to open up each individual ASIN's detail page to dive even deeper into customer feedback. Once you click See Details, you'll land on this page. You'll have more access to information about your listing. If the product is frequently returned, you'll have an alert at the top of the page. Directly below that, you'll have metrics for the negative customer experience rate graph which shows you historical performance of NCX of up to 12 weeks. Below the graph, you'll see top reported customer issues. Here's where we surface the number of negative customer experiences and a summary of said issues. To learn more, you can click See Details, and this will show you the top complaint drivers that we see from your customer feedback. Understanding these root cause of negative experiences will help you identify areas of opportunity to reduce returns and increase customer satisfaction. Once you review the root causes, you can click Resolve Issues to see the recommended actions we provide to help address some of the negative feedback and, in fact, impact returns. Some of these recommendations can include editing your listing or uploading size charts to provide more information to your customers. We can also recommend to review some of our policies to understand the common pitfalls while preparing your products for shipment, or removing a subset of inventory that is problematic. And lastly, we have an option where you can click to enroll into product lifecycle support, and it'll direct you to the landing page. Finally, if you want to dig even deeper into customer feedback, at the bottom of the page, you'll see this recent customer feedback section. Here, we source and summarize feedback from return comments, public product reviews, customer service agent contacts, and surface them at the bottom, so you can look at exactly what your customers are saying. So this sums up the Voice of the Customer dashboard. The dashboard can help you analyze your customers' needs, identify which products are frequently returned, and help make improvements that will delight your customers and impact returns. For more information on the Voice of the Customer dashboard, we recommend you reviewing some of the VOC help pages on Seller Central. We also newly launched a Seller University video on how to utilize this tool effectively. So before we close today and go into our questions, here are 3 takeaways that we would like you to take from today's talk. First, you can enroll your products into product lifecycle support to help improve returns and provide customers with more information upstream. Second, you can review the FBA page to understand your return rate, analyze your returns, and take the recommended actions to help impact returns. And lastly, you can use the Voice of the Customer dashboard to identify, assess, and leverage the customer sentiment